After becoming the first West Asian nation to host the 2022 FIFA World Cup, the spotlight is on Qatar once again. It is set to host the delayed 2023 AFC Asian Cup. The changing landscape in world football is clearly visible to us all. West Asia is undoubtedly the powerhouse of football, but the FIFA World Cup was mired in bad organization, and all the negative publicity that followed overshadowed some of the brilliant stories that came from the pitch. But can Qatar turn the financial muscle to making this a good, clean campaign off the field and produce jaw-dropping skills on the turf? Something that Qatar is yet to do. They broke the record for the fastest a host nation has ever been knocked out of a World Cup. The one good thing, Qatar go into the AFC Asian Cup as defending champions. It's a championship that has been dominated only by a few sides. Our next report brings you all the details from this high-stake tournament.
The 18th edition of the AFC Asian Cup begins on January 12th. The tournament was supposed to be held in 2023 but was delayed. A couple of reasons for this. It was pushed to 2024 owing to scorching temperatures and Qatar's unavailability. They were busy with another tournament, the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Now, before we even talk about football and the contenders, we have to speak about the host, Qatar, that's clearly under pressure. Under pressure to deliver a good, clean tournament after all that went horribly wrong at the World Cup. Safety concerns related to the country's human rights record and migrant workers remains to be addressed. Reports said that at least 6,500 migrant workers died in Qatar since it won the rights to host the FIFA World Cup. Most of them lost their lives in World Cup-related activities. Back in 2022, at least 10 European nations had officially written to FIFA urging it to take action against Qatar. So the FIFA World Cup might have been a successful one, but the country has also been accused of using football to sportswash its human rights abuses. Human rights organizations alleged that wages of several workers were withheld, and even employers confiscated passports of the workers. A variety of other reasons, including women's rights, alcohol consumption, and the rights of the LGBTQ community, were some of the prominent issues that were buried. After that, Qatar as host to the AFC Asian Cup will look to rewrite the noise. Let's talk about the action to look forward to. Since years, the AFC Asian Cup has been dominated by only a few sides, something that the 24 competing teams will be aiming to change. Here are the group divisions for the showdown. Like the 2019 edition, 24 teams will be divided across 6 groups. The hosts are in Group A with China. India finds itself in the second group paired with Australia, Uzbekistan and Syria. Favourites Japan are in Group D alongside Indonesia, Iraq and Vietnam. South Korea, that set the World Cup ablaze, is paired with Malaysia, Jordan and Bahrain in Group E. The much talked of Saudi Arabia side is in Group F with Thailand, Oman and Kyrgyzstan. The tournament begins at the Lusail Stadium with the Group A game featuring hosts Qatar, a venue where Argentine star Lionel Messi lifted the World Cup trophy. Players worldwide from around the best leagues in the world have put their club commitments on hold to pursue this grand venture. However, debates have sparked off regarding the tournament's ethical implications. While the Gulf nations might be superior in building first-class infrastructure, they have had limited success in sporting events. Qatar will desperately look to erase their miserable World Cup campaign. It was a massive disappointment for a country that was preparing for the World Cup for over a decade. And maybe as host can also try to erase all that happened at the World Cup by hosting a clean Asian Cup.